Today we're going to be taking the first look at the Shredder with Weapon Funko Shop exclusive glow. This guy is pretty badass, and with all of the hype around the turtles at this moment, with the very first like Funko NFT being a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and the pops that will be coming out from that shortly, I want to say that maybe in January the people who have those will start to see those pops, and we'll get to see exactly how much they're going to go up in value. My speculation is they're going to go up a lot, and I think that they're going to go up a lot to create more hype behind the NFT lottery system is why I think that they're going to go up as much as they are. I want to say that maybe it's even going to be inflated is what I'm going to say. It's going to be artificially inflated is kind of where I was going with that. While I'm getting these guys open, though, we're going to take the first look at these guys, and we're also going to head to Target in real quick. And while we're getting this guy open, I want to talk about like Target a little bit, because I just did my first pre-order with Target. This guy is a number 1140 out of the group. This box is pretty badass, and I'm just going to speculate that this is the box we're going to see on the rest of these guys. Now, I am not a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collector, only because there is so much stuff out there about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you're not careful, you will have a lot of your collection eat up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, I have pretty much all of these sodas with the exception of 2. I only have a couple of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pops though, so I'm very selective on which one of these guys I get as a pop versus which one of them that I don't. This one was pretty badass. Now, y'all also know that I'm a bit of a sticker shopper, so the fact that it had a sticker on it kind of like led into that. And I know by this point you're asking, why do I have 2 of these guys? I try and order 2 of the exclusives as much as I can so that I can take one of them and put it in my Patreon only giveaway. And if you have a free minute, go check that out. It's right down in the description below. It's just a super cool, fun way to get involved in the channel. And every month we pull one of these great exclusives out of the pile, and it goes up into the Patreon only giveaway. And one of you great Patreons get to take home whatever pop it is that went up that month. So when you get a minute, go check that out. Just super fun way to get involved in the channel. This guy is pretty badass. I mean, look, he's pretty badass. Let's take a closer look at him. Now, when I first got this guy, I thought that it looks a little off. It looks a little plain. I think maybe they could have did a little bit more into the helmet than what they did. I feel like that maybe it was rushed, and the mold itself on his helmet looks like it wasn't closing right. So it looks like there's a little offness right in the front of his helmet. It feels like it needs more. I mean, this is the one that makes me wonder if they're still being hand painted, even though I know lately I've been saying I think that they're completely automated. So there's some of this that I say is automated, and then there's other sides of it that make me wonder again how much of it is automated versus how much of it is hand painted. We will never know though without being like inside the operation, and until Funko like has somebody come inside of their operation, it's always going to be it's always going to be like speculation as to exactly how this is going down. The glow on him though, I know doesn't show up in the video very well. It is pretty badass. I'm pretty like excited with the glow that's on this guy because it does look pretty cool. I think maybe it could have used a little bit more glow than what they gave it, but I think that has a lot to do with the glow paint and stuff like that. But the glow paint and stuff is getting a lot better than it ever was before. Let's talk about Target real quick. As we get ready to go to Target and we get to heading that way, I want to discuss a little bit about Target with you. And so I just recently placed my first Target order. I know you heard me say this at the beginning of the video, but it's my first pre-order from Target. Now it's going to be Wanda and Vision, and they're going to be in their comic versions where it has the comic book behind them. I'm really into these, just like I'm really into the Funko albums. Target has those. I don't know if they're still for sale or not, or what's going on, but forever I had been wondering what Target is doing, right? So Target just recently canceled a lot of the Hulks today, but yesterday they went back up for sale. So this is the part that doesn't make any sense, and it didn't make any sense to me until I placed my order, is to what's going on. So Target charges you for your order right away. So the second you place your order, they charge you for the full amount of the order, shipping and everything. They charge you for it on your account right away. Now, this is not what typical big box retailers do. Typically, big box retailers don't actually charge your card until it's shipped out, right? I mean, so they might charge you 5% of it or 10% of it plus shipping, and then once your order ships out, they charge you for the remaining amount, right? Only fair. Fair is fair, right? Target doesn't do that. Target charges you the entire amount. Target is charging you the whole amount at one time. Now, I was really wondering why they would cancel an order and then sell the order the day before. I mean, so it wasn't making any sense to me. And after I thought about this for a minute, now this is pure speculation, but after I thought about this for a minute, I came to a conclusion that is not so favorable for Target. That is not so like that is not so. It'll make you not want to pre-order from Target. Let's put it that way. So I thought about this for a minute. Do y'all remember back in the day when you had your checking account before we had debit cards? You could have 2 or 3 checking accounts, and people would play this hustle with your checking account, right? So you could go to one checking account and you could make a cash withdrawal of $100 on another account at another bank, and it would take a week or so. And I know some of you younger guys out there aren't gonna understand this, but listen to what I'm saying and you'll catch it. So it would take a week or so for this check to make it to the other check make it to the other bank before it would clear that bank. And what you would do at that bank is you would take your third bank and you would write a deposit at this bank. About a weekend, people would write a deposit at this bank for the amount to cover this bank, right? So now it's taking 1 week, 2 weeks, because now we get to go to your third bank. And some people could figure out ways to keep this going for a really, really, really long time. Some people could figure out ways to keep that cycle going for a long time, and that's why they made that illegal. Now, that's considered check fraud at this moment, so don't dare go out and do it if you've never heard of it, because you can go to jail for doing this. It is considered check fraud. But that is something that used to happen a lot, and I don't really know if you could do it now and get away with it, because now checks make it like the same day. You have the internet and all that good stuff. So I don't necessarily know that you could do it now and get away with it. But back then that was considered check fraud. But there was some people who did it on a pretty regular basis to kind of float money around, kind of like your cash apps and things like that now, right? I mean, so people would just kind of use that and they would float that money around. I think Target's accountants have gotten pretty clever, right? So they charge everybody right up front for the pop that they're going to buy. So if the pop's $15, they charge you $20 for the pop right up front, $6 for shipping, $21 altogether is what you're going to pay for this guy to get mailed to your house. So now they're holding your money for, let's say, 2 months, right? Let's just say that's the typical amount of time is 2 months. They've held 10,000 people's $20 for 10 months. I mean, you do the math. That is a lot of money, right? I mean, so now they're holding this $20 for this amount of time, but as it gets close to the time for them to have to ship this out, suddenly they cancel your order, but they resold it the day before. Now, it makes me think that they're playing a shell game with us collectors, but I think the mistake is they don't realize that Funko's a pretty tight community and that we all kind of communicate with each other, right? So it feels like a shell game. So they know legally they can only hold your money for so long before they have to do something with it, right? I mean, and you can look that up if you'd like. I mean, there's laws that say that a company can only hold your money for so long before they have to physically give you a notice. They have to do something. They just can't hold your money indefinitely, perpetuity, however you want to say it, without forking over the product, right? So as this time starts to get close, they've made interest off of your $20 for 2 months. So now they've taken 10,000 people's $20 over the course of 2 months. They've made, let's say, 5% interest off of money that doesn't belong to them. As it's getting close and they're supposed to be shipping out, they then sell the product again. And this is exactly what is happening with this Hulk. They then sell this product again, and I'm just going to speculate that they're selling it again at another 10,000 pieces. They cancel everybody's order before that because they know that they can't hold on to your money forever. Now, I don't know if they are physically giving you your money back or if they are giving you some kind of a store credit. I have a sneaky suspicion, though, that they're going to try and maybe give you some kind of store credit. I don't know this for 100%, so don't try and like say that I said that this is factual knowledge, because that's not in fact what I said at all. I said that I'm simply speculating what is going on. So there's some kind of thing that happens that makes them sell it again, cancel these guys' orders. Now they get to hold on to this group of money for however long before they decide that they're either going to ship it or they're not going to ship it. But here we go again, making interest off of this money that we don't own. They don't own this money. This is not their money yet. They haven't bought a product. They haven't done anything. That money's just sitting in an account somewhere, drawing that 5% interest. You do the math on what 5% interest is on $20 times 10,000 is going to be quite a bit of money. I mean, you stop and think about that for a minute. Insanity what is going on. And there's not many other theories that you can come up with. No matter how you think about this and you look at it, it doesn't make logical sense to sell it on a Tuesday and then cancel the previous orders on a Wednesday. That it doesn't add up. There's some account creativeness that is going on that we're not seeing. There's some kind of money shell game that is going on. Target is doing something that we don't see. And I just kind of want you to be aware of that something is going on, and they are kind of using this community to make a little bit more money than they would make if they just simply sold it, which also makes sense on why Target keeps getting such hot exclusives, right? Because they're making money hand over fist that they don't own. I mean, it doesn't belong to them, that they are just controlling long enough to pull the interest off to refund it back. Think about that for a minute. And then before we get out of here, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and become part of the Wayneko crew. There is no Wayneko crew without you, and I truly, truly appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. Until next time, have a good one.